The seasons come and go like thoughts of you. Like a wave returns to the sea, into the blue. They change but in a cycle that I can't lose. Each painful but delightful to live through. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. Maybe this time next year you'll reappear for no reason, but I'll cherish every day until you come my way this season. The seasons turn and change just like your mind. Like the sun gives into the moon, into the night. Time continues marching, it slowly crawls. With each new one starting, I recall. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. Maybe this time next year you'll reappear for no reason, but I'll cherish every day until you come my way this season. Each time of year carries memories, like a never fading whisper in the breeze. Oh, we will keep on changing all over again. Yeah, we will keep on changing, just like another season. Don't want another day without you by my side. Oh, this season. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. Just like another season.
What a goated intro, man. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you all are tuning in. Hopefully you all are able to hear me. Let me know, how is the audio, faithful? I'll wait to hear from you all. I'll wait for confirmation on you all's end. Oh, man. Hopefully the audio is all right. Hopefully y'all are able to hear me. There we go. Goated, baby. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I hope you all are having a phenomenal one. I am thrilled and I'm pumped to be with you all, guys and gals, as my voice improves daily. Pray that my voice continues to improve and I continue to be able to gather with you all in dialogue and delve in and go deep. Tonight, we're going to talk about anything, really. We're going to open it up to talk about the Miaphysite lunatics. Then we're going to look at Christology, the Trinity. We're going to look at the papacy, and then we're going to open up to everyone. Everyone, indeed. On anybody has anything on their mind, anybody and everybody will be able to join. So I'm very happy to open it up for everybody. I do want to give a shout out to all of you all. And I do want to preface the show by saying that I provided a provocative title. Why did I do that? Well, of course, I want to get people watching, right? And apparently, when I put that provocative title, we got over 100 people that hit like immediately. Usually it takes like about an hour when the show begins for people to begin to hit like, but apparently people already began hitting like immediately. I'll take that any day of the week. You guys are great. You guys are phenomenal. And I want to give a shout out to the goated mythical brother. How you doing, brother? How you doing, heretic? He says, God bless you all. The man, the myth, the legend, AB. How you doing, brother? It says, is everyone ready for some cattle cut ribeye? Man, you're going to get me hungry. I haven't had supper yet. I'm enjoying my my warm tea as I rehab and I continue getting better via my throat. Battled back a little bit of a flu. I'm much better. I had an amazing workout at the gym today, guys. Wow. What an incredible workout. I did bent over barbell rows like an animal today. Shout out to the brother, the go to Joey. He would know what I'm talking about. And shout out to Ralph. Ralph, how you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well, my friend. And shout out to Dun64. Very likely this upcoming Friday, we will do it again. We'll do another debate practice. Are you ready, brother? You're ready to take me out, man. You're ready to crush me, man. You're ready to crush me, man. I love you, Dun64. How you doing, my man? And Raphael, brother, before it vanishes, man, I'm glad I saw that. Who got gifted the membership? You guys are goated. You guys are phenomenal. I want to give you guys a shout out. And it was RTO Tommy Romana that got gifted a membership. I want to give you a shout out. Thank you so much for your support. You rock, my friend, Dun64 and Raphael and Gary, hot chocolate. I got to get that icon, man. You know, guys, I love hot chocolate, man. I got to get that icon. I love you guys. And yes, Joey's right. Calling out the individuals that act like Muslims. Now we got to be clear, guys. I want to be very clear. A number of things that I want to lay out immediately from the get-go. Not all of the Miaphysites, not all of the Oriental Orthodox act like Muslims. No. How could I even say that? I've got near and dear friends that are Oriental Orthodox. I mean, imagine if I said that. One of my close friends, Sabdeacon Daniel, shout out to him. We are very close friends. We talk virtually daily. How could I say that about him? And let me add another wrinkle to that. About a year and a half ago, I met up and we got to have a phenomenal talk together. We did a talk together in Mariology and Christology. I am near and dear friends of the great Dr. Brock. How could I ever talk bad about Dr. Brock? He's Oriental Orthodox. So I have near and dear friends that are Oriental Orthodox. Not all of them behave that way. And I want to be very clear. Who are the Miaphysite loons that behave like Muslims? They're the people that joined my stream yesterday, began attacking Pope Leo the Great. And by the way, began taking little clips of me. And I don't know what their point was. They were taking me out of context. They didn't put the whole clip. Because had they put the whole clip in context, it would have made them look pretty boneheaded. It would have made them look pretty boneheaded. But I lament that. I lament that we have to open up the show talking about this immediately. It's lamentable. But because some people have no lives, we've got to open up the show because apparently a few people were clipping videos of me when in reality the whole context made them look like incoherent buffoons. But let me talk about what happened last night. And our moderators can confirm for you. We've got great moderators here. Our moderators can confirm. There you go, man. And I have nothing bad to say about you. I love you guys. You guys are great. Misty, how you doing? Misty, forgive me. Yeah, Mr. Comments. Thanks to your title. Okay, internet is out again. Oh, man, it was a bit of a bummer there. God bless you as well, Misty. So what happened yesterday? Let me tell you what happened. We had a lot of trolls yesterday. In fact, at one point, I was shocked that there were so many of them. Why is that? Well, I had a wonderful sister on my show, Armenian Orthodox, who was looking into Chalcedonian Christology. And I don't understand why the Miaphysites would attack me. If I began the show, by the way, I never reached out to her to proselytize her. She reached out to me, said she was looking into becoming Eastern Orthodox. So I told her, well, if you're going to become Chalcedonian, you should look at Catholicism. But I began the show immediately telling her that I was going to defend Diophysitism, but I cannot attack Miaphysitism because they are compatible. They are both Orthodox Tainio. So I don't know why so many trolls appeared if I started it off immediately defending a proper understanding of Miaphysitism. I don't get that, why they did that. Who got blocked, guys? Who got blocked? Come on, guys. Don't be blocking anybody, man. Don't be blocking people, guys. Behave, man. Come on. Okay, anyway. So what happened was I got a wave of trolls last night, and many of them were saying in the chat that Father Price, who's a personal friend of mine, by the way, they were arguing that Father Price says that Saint Cyril and Pope Leo had different Christologies. But then they clipped me when I put a piece of text on the screen that says that Leo didn't understand Cyril and that Father Price says that. Right, but my response was to the people that were saying that they had different Christologies, the trolls, which, by the way, my moderators are working overtime and they can confirm in the chat, they were banning people left and right. My moderators know that they were banning people left and right. Do we have a troll here? He can come back here. We'll pulverize him alive. Yeah, I hope you come back here. In fact, here you go, little clown. I guess I am an historian for a moment. All right, hold on. Yeah, it's frozen. Here we go. All right. For the Armenians that are running, by the way, I have near and dear friends that are Armenians. Near and dear friends. My brother Vartan is Armenian Orthodox. He's a near and dear friend of mine. Crash at the right time. There you go. They confirmed everything that they say. Truly am an historian. Truly am an historian. So let's see how big this Armenian, we're going to see how big a boy he is. Armenian Orthodox nation. We're going to see if he's a big boy. Let's see if he's a big boy. Let's see if he comes back here. I lost all the super chats when my thing crashed, guys. Let me see. I want to make sure I don't miss any. There we go. That one appeared. Yes, I know, brother. You can affirm that you guys were blocking back and forth people that were acting like trolls. I know you can affirm that. Yes, I know you can affirm that. People were acting like terrible trolls all evening long. So I pointed out very clearly that they were wrong. And I pointed out, yes, Father Price does say that. Father Price is wrong. And I played a very clear clip showing you that Father Price doesn't agree with these lunatics. But they took a little tiny clip of mine and they didn't put any of the context. The context was me responding to trolls. And then I said, yes, Father Price says that. Father Price is wrong. But really the crux of the issue is not that Father Price says Leo misunderstood Cyril. Maybe he does believe that. But what does it matter? Father Price flat out says they had the very same Christology. So I don't know why these guys, these neophytes, are using Father Price. Father Price flat out says they had the very same Christology. And I put the video up. By the way, there's nobody back here at all. There's nobody back here at all. So there were people that were acting like clowns. One of the clowns was this fraud right here. This low life right here was one of the ones. And there were other low lives as well. There were several low lives that you guys had to get rid of. That is one of the low lives that was here yesterday. And these guys are just really, really nasty people. They don't represent Oriental Orthodoxy. They are nasty, disgusting people. And there's another one who is a neophyte, just converted to Oriental Orthodoxy. I'm going to call him out right now. We're going to shred him in just a moment. But I want to remind you all, we're going to put the clip yet again so people can know the context. And guys, I don't back down from anyone. If there's one thing you guys do not want, you don't want to make an enemy of me. You don't. I'll tell you right now. Because I will not rest until I'm dead. And I will take you out day in and day out. Look at what I'm doing to the SDA cult and to the free gracers. You don't want to make an enemy of me. I tell you that right now, guys. You do not. I am very friendly to your churches. I am near and dear brothers with Subdeacon Daniel. We do shows together. He is one of my moderators, man. He can appear right now. He's one of my moderators. You don't want to make an enemy of William. It won't end well for you. I promise you.
Another thing that does come up very often, Father, and it does really interest people in the apostolic faith. And I mean, people, whether they be Eastern Orthodox, Catholic, Oriental Orthodox, would it be fair to say that Pope St. Leo and St. Cyril of Alexandria's Mariology and Christology were quite similar in many respects? Because I hear from people at times trying to say, well, you know, Pope St. Leo was saying something completely different from St. Cyril. And then you have people saying, no, they were essentially saying the very same thing. What are your thoughts on that, Father?
I agree. I think they were essentially saying the same thing. And both of them have no hesitation about attributing Christ's human characteristics and human actions to the divine word as the the subject of the real subject here.
Now, Father Price and myself are friends. I know Father Price. And he laments that people rip him out of context all the time. Now, do I agree with Father Price on everything? There's no way in my mind or in my life that I would agree with Father Price on everything. No, I don't. But with that being said, Father Price flat out says Cyril and Leo, forgive me, the great St. Cyril of Alexandria and Pope St. Leo the Great profess the very same Orthodox Christology. Father Price explicitly affirms this. Does he say Leo misunderstood Cyril? He says that all the while saying that they still affirm the very same thing. Do I believe Leo misunderstood him? No, I don't. But that, again, is besides the point. Yes, there will be. That is besides the point. By the way, he is not the only one that says that. Dr. Brock says that as well, in terms of the fact that Dr. Brock will confirm that our Christologies are virtually saying the very same thing. We're trying to come to the same point. The language of the incarnation and beyond is very difficult. Christology can get very difficult. We're ultimately trying to come to the same conclusions using different terminology. And here is what the greatest living Syriac scholar on the planet has to say in a show that I did with my friend, Subdeacon Daniel.
How would you explain, or to the Westerner, that our Christology is not what they think it is, and the tradition is actually beautiful for them to look into?
I do want to make one point. Kudos to Subdeacon Daniel. For the longest time, people have misunderstood his Christological tradition. For the longest time, people have said nasty things, accused them of being Miaphysites, and attacked them. There is no way that as a Catholic, you can accuse the Miaphysite formula of being Miaphysite, because as a Catholic, we affirm it. We have a joint declaration, joint Christological declaration with one another. Subdeacon Daniel is very correct there in noting that it is a beautiful tradition, because indeed we share many of the same church fathers, many of them.
Behind the conflicting verbal formulations of the two natures, one nature, that each side is trying to express the same reality, the same truth.
Yes, each side is ultimately trying to profess the very same thing. I want to note that very clearly. We come to the table, we're utilizing different language, but we're trying to come to the very same conclusions while remaining within the bounds of orthodoxy. I want to be very clear there. With that in mind, I want to note that it's very important to point this out. Because if we do not point it out, then we are clearly being dishonest. We should respect one another's Christological declarations. We have indeed mutual fidelity to our hierarchies and our joint declarations. Let me lay it out very clearly. We are not J. Dyer. We are not Dyerites. What do we mean by that? J. Dyer will attack his hierarchy and he will say, well, you know, you believe what I say, follow what I say, don't follow what the hierarchy says. And very clearly, we're not J. Dyer and we're not Dyerites. We have fidelity to our hierarchies and we have joint declarations of Christology. There are joint declarations of Christology saying very clearly that we are attempting to say the very same thing. We're utilizing different language. If that is true, which it is, then neither side, neither the Catholic nor the Oriental, has any business going on social media and condemning the other's Christological foundation or formulation as heretical. I need to be very clear. Well, I'm glad that you're here. Let's see if you get the guts so you come backstage here, brother. You get the guts and come backstage, brother. Come back here. We'll deal with you right now. When our churches have issued joint declarations on Christologies, official agreements made by our legitimate hierarchies, then neither side should be condemning the other if our bishops, our patriarchs, and the apostolic successors have affirmed that both traditions confess the same mystery of the one Lord Jesus Christ, even though we may be using different terminological schools. Period. I obey my hierarchy. I'm not a J. Dyerite. I obey the decisions of the hierarchy. We should do that. We all should. God bless you, brother. Watch the tea. What do you mean? What do you mean, brother? I got the tea right here, man. It ain't going to fall on me, man. Guys, I want to give a shout out to you, AB. Guys, thank you for your support. You guys are beyond goated. God bless you guys. You guys are phenomenal. I do want to say thank you so much for your support, brother. You rock, AB. William, I'm still asked. What do you mean I'm still asked? Who's asking you what? Oh, you're asleep, man. Well, hater, brother. Yeah. Yeah, and we should be fair in condemning the nasty ones, and we should be fair in being charitable to those that are good. There are good people out there, as I said very clearly. There are phenomenal people in both sides. Great people, guys. Subdeacon Daniel is a near and dear brother. Vartan is a great friend of mine, even though Vartan, I got to say, man, I don't know what happened to Vartan. I mean, that guy was in great shape, and it looks like that guy's gained like about 50 pounds. 50 pounds of pure fat, man. He's turned into a total slob. 50 pounds of pure fat, man. I love Vartan, man. He talked smack about me earlier. I hate to get him back. I love Vartan, man. You guys got to clip that and show him. I love Vartan, man, but 50 pounds of pure fat, man. I saw that clip earlier, you haters. You slobs. I saw both of you all, man. Yeah, they're bulking on pizza, man. Yeah, they're bulking on pizza, man, and wings and cake and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, they're bulking all right, man. They're bulking all right, man. Bunch of haters, man. I saw that clip, man. Yeah, guys, we the hater here, man. The hater here, man. Guys, for the people that we've got back here, we will open it up to anyone. Do not worry, guys and gals. We're going to open it up to anyone and everyone. You're all welcome to join. Give me another 20 minutes because I'm not done calling people out yet. Give me another 20 minutes, so we're going to open it up because we got a lot of people back here, guys. We have plenty. We have 7 people, but only one person has a camera. Only one person has their device connected. Remember the rules, guys. You guys should know the rules. On the right-hand side, what is your faith, persuasion? What is your question? Those are the rules, man. Joe Rogue, God bless you. How you doing, Joe Rogue? We are brethren. One banner under Christ. Viva Cristo Rey. 100%, man. I hate you, brother. I hate you, man. I wish I could eat that, man. Man, you're getting my tummy rumbling, man. You guys are getting my tummy rumbling. My tummy rumbling, man. You always just eat a Whopper. All right, guys, for people back there, do not worry. We will get to you in a moment. You know what really does bother me, guys? You know what really does bother me, I got to say, though, now that I got that out of my system, now that we already got it out of our system to talk about the trolls, to clarify the clip bites that are going around, now that we got that out of our systems, what really does bother William is when you have neophytes running their mouths. What do I mean by neophytes? I mean people that jump from religion to religion to religion, people that are unstable, people that don't know their own faith very well, running their mouths, being nasty, and trying to mock William Albrecht. Well, it is really something that I don't quite understand. Why people that are neophytes, and one of the neophytes, perhaps no bigger neophyte than Wretched Saints, who is one of the biggest neophytes, who has one of the biggest mouths that there is, try to mock me because somebody took clips from me, took me out of context, and that guy right there who has changed religion more than I change my socks and more than I change my underwear, was actually trying to mock me. If there's one thing that really does shock me is when there's a person who rapidly jumps from one religion to another, going from Protestantism to Catholicism, then immediately abandoning Catholicism for another belief. That is the mark of a neophyte. That is a mark of an unstable person. This was 5 months ago, guys. 5 months ago. And then just recently, now all of a sudden he's Oriental Orthodox. I mean, just 5 months ago, he was in shock. His pastor tried to silence him. He goes from being a Reformed Protestant to being a Catholic. And then he goes from Rome to home. That is the mark of a neophyte. When you are unstable, you are emotional, and you lack formed theological grounding. Take my advice, Wretched. Jarrett, take my advice. You're mocking the wrong guy. You're mocking the wrong guy, Jared. And I would never challenge you to debate because you are a neophyte and you're a beginner. You don't even know your own religion. So my advice to you, and the church has always warned about this, neophytes, by definition, they are spiritually young. They're not rooted. They're not in a position to be publicly criticizing, attacking, or dunking on others, let alone confident enough to judge the Catholic Church or her doctrines. My advice to you is to pray for stability. pray for humility, and instead of picking on girls like you were doing the other day, instead of picking on girls as you were doing, picking on a girl, who picks on girls? Who does that? Who picks on girls? I'd like to know who picks on girls. That's something I've got to know. What kind of a man picks on a girl is what I want to know. That's right. A bum, a coward. William Albrecht is not politically correct. And I will never be politically correct, whether people like it or not. I call people out. No matter what. I don't have a filter. The filter is to say the truth. That is the filter. And when you are picking on girls online, when you are picking on young girls online, and when you are trying to mock me, when not even half a year ago, you switched religion once, and not once, you went from being a Protestant to being a Catholic. By the way, you became Catholic and right away you switched. You went from being a Protestant to being a Catholic to being Oriental Orthodox. What will be your next faith? How long are you going to remain Oriental Orthodox? How long are you going to do it? When will you seek another religion? When will you change this religion for another one? When will your feelings be moved because you're unstable and you're not in a position to be mocking others? Let me tell you right now, if you think you're going to be mocking me and dunking on me, it won't go well for you, Jared. It doesn't end well for you. Not in any multiverse does it end well for you. And I'm telling you right now, I hope that you clip this. And I hope that you take note that I got my eye on you. And it won't end well for you, neophyte. It won't end well for you. With that being said, I do want to look at something, and then we're going to go backstage. I do want to look at something. Shameful, guys. Shameful. You got an Under Armour shirt, but still no. What is your faith? What is your question shirt? I got to get one, man. I love my Under Armour shirt, man. It allows me to freely move around, man. It allows me to freely move around and get to flex and Sam. I get to give Sam a double biceps, front double biceps flex, man. Now, Sam's probably saying, man, I'll flex on you any day. Don't be a hater, Sam. Sam, don't be a hater, man. Don't be a hater, dude. Sam, go for your walk, man. Go for your walk, man. Don't be a hater, man. We know this guy's hating right now, guys. As I noted a little while ago, faithful, as I noted very clearly. By the way, I love how the Armenian Orthodox nation, those big tough guys, they came backstage right away. They're big and they're tough. They came back here right away. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. No, they're not going to come back here, guys. Jeff, don't worry, brother. We'll get to you in just a moment, my friend. I'm not concerned with double biceps. Just there you go, man. Stuffed crust, man. Stuffed crust, man. Brother, let me tell you one thing, man. If there's one thing I got to do is I gotta stay away from the buffet, dude, man. No, you're not. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here, brother. You can come back here anytime you want backstage. Don't give me that, man. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. When you decide to get some cojones, come back here, man. You got no cojones, my friend. You got no cojones. My friend Gowan, how you doing, brother? I love you, my friend. I so appreciate your material, and I appreciate you, my man. Stay strong in the faith and teach truth in love and humility as you always do. There you go. There you go, brother. God bless you, my friend, all the time, man. Never, ever will change. God bless you, my friend. He won't come up. Not in a million years, man. He is a troll. He is, Glory. He's a troll, brother. Yeah, he's a troll. All right, guys. As we said, I want to point something out. And I think I've said this a number of times already, guys. I've noted it many times over, and I want to reiterate it very clearly. I've said it over and over. The Miaphysite formula, if properly understood, is orthodox. There is no way that I can argue otherwise. St. Cyril, our beloved, pray for us, great St. Cyril, utilized it. And our clergies, our hierarchies tell us that our beloved Oriental Orthodox brothers and sisters, they have valid Christology. We do not refer to them as Miaphysite. We refer to the trolls and to the haters as Miaphysites. We do not refer to our beloved brothers and sisters. We cannot, because we have a joint declaration of Christology, meaning that not only are we bound to clearly say that our Christologies are harmonious. I want to note, not only are we bound to say that our Christologies are harmonious, but there's nothing wrong with me showing you all where can we show and defend Chalcedonian Diaphysite Christology. And I'm going to show you that right now. Because even though I believe the Miaphysite formula is orthodox, pay attention, okay? Even though I believe that formula is orthodox, I'm going to show you where in the Bible, you as a Catholic, or if you're Eastern Orthodox, where you all can defend your Chalcedonian Christology. I'm going to show you guys where. We're going to look at one very key text, one very important one, and then we're going to open it up for the whole audience. Guys, I want to tell you all, not only are you guys incredible, you guys are goated. Thank you so much for your support. You guys are phenomenal. Happy feast of Saint Cladold. Cladold. Very cool. I never heard of that name. Is that today, mythical? Definitely not tomorrow. Tomorrow is the wonderful, incredible feast of Our Lady's Immaculate Conception. And boy, we're going to do a knockout show on that topic. I can't wait for that. I am thrilled and pumped. I can't wait to do that tomorrow, faithful. And I hope you all will be here. I pray you all will be here. I pray you all will enjoy that. We're going to look at Colossians 2. And we're going to go deep. Let's read Colossians 2. Then we're going to break it down. We're going to show you how this is a very valid text to show you all Diaphysite Christology. Diaphysite, brother, he's full of garbage, man. He's full of it, brother. No, he's not. No, he's not, brother. He can click the link and he can come up. He's full of crap. Forgive my language, but I mean it. He's full of crap. He can click the link and come up. No, he's not. No, he's not, brother. Don't believe what they tell you. Don't believe what they tell you, brother. Don't believe that. Yeah, brother. Don't believe what these trolls tell you. These are snakes, brother. They're total snakes, man. They're total snakes, brother. All right. All right, let's see. Yeah, the guy's a liar. Yeah, total liar. Guy's a liar and a fraud. All right, let's look at Colossians 2:9. And then we're going to open it up for anybody that maybe you have anything on your mind. We're going to open up for you guys, and we hope that you guys do join us. We hope if you have any questions, Christology, Trinity, anything, even if it is my brother, the Buddhist for the Pope. Man, can you believe that, man? I got a brother that is a Buddhist for the Pope, man. Everybody's probably jealous of me, man. The Buddhist for the Pope. Gotta love that, man. Buddhist for the Pope, brother. There we go, man. Yep. Okay, let's look at Colossians 2. In Colossians 2, this is clearly referring to Christ after the bodily resurrection. But this is often overlooked, but this is explosive for Christology. explosive, because Colossians is written long after Easter. And St. Paul is not describing Christ during his earthly ministry, but in his current glorified, risen, enthroned state. And what does Paul say? What does he say? He says, in him dwells all the fullness of deity bodily. He literally says all the fullness of deity dwells bodily. That means even after the bodily resurrection, Christ still has a body. He still has a body. Paul doesn't say once dwelt bodily, previously dwelt bodily, or dwelled bodily during the incarnation. He uses present tense, ongoing action. Dwells presently, continuously, permanently, over and over. Over and over, he uses this. Over and over. Hold on, guys. Hold on. All right. Man, we got a lot of people joining. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second, man. Got a lot of people here, man. Hold on. Okay, hold on. All right, let's continue looking at Colossians 2. Let's focus on Colossians 2. Guys, if you have any questions, we got a lot of people here, a lot of people backstage. If you guys have any questions on Colossians 2, hit me up. If you are backstage and you have any questions, if you have any contentions on Colossians 2, on this showing diaphysitism, please let me know. On the right-hand side, what is your faith? What is your question? On the right-hand side, I need to know, what is your faith? What is your question? If you have any objections to this, Paul is affirming, he is affirming right here, the risen Christ. He has a human body. He has a true human nature. And this body is the permanent dwelling of the fullness of the Godhead. There's no doubt about that. There is no doubt about this. He has a true human body. This is post-resurrection. A true human nature. And this body is the permanent dwelling of the fullness of the Godhead. That destroys any theory. And number one, it destroys monophysitism. It annihilates monophysitism. Well, we can still say that it is within the realms and within the bounds of orthodoxy, brother. I truly believe Chalcedonianism is the fullness. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? We got a lot of people back here, man.
Well, yeah, well, I'm in the car, so
You're breaking up, brother.
So I'm gonna
You
stay
there?
in the car. What? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Where you heading to, brother? You're going to the buffet, man. Are you going to the buffet, hater?
Shoot, man, that's your gym, brother. What you talking about?
It
No,
sure
I'm gonna
is,
sit in the
man.
car then. No, I was invited. I guess there's an Eastern Orthodox movie out, some movie about Eastern Orthodox. So a friend invited me. So, but I'll be here. I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'm just in the car. This is all I can do. I'm not on my computer, so I'm here.
You got it, brother. You got it, brother. What? And as you know very well, before I went live, I went over this particular text with you. What do you? I mean,
Yes.
you are very
I was
well aware of
listening.
this.
Yeah, Colossians 2:9. Yeah, as you brought the Greek text up, and
Yep.
katiki. I'm trying to pronounce it like the Greeks would. Is
Yep.
present active participle. It's ongoing. The fullness of deity, theotitos,
Yep.
is dwelling in him bodily. And interestingly, you see the word pleroma
Yep.
in the Greek. Did you know
Yep.
there are actually Christians who think that Paul is refuting a proto-Gnostic group because they use the term
wow.
pleroma?
Fullness. Wow.
Because the word pleroma was a technical term for later Gnostics.
Okay.
So,
wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you'll read commentaries. Christians will say that Paul, like John, is dealing with an early form of Gnosticism, because we know John in First John, he's attacking proto-Gnostics for denying that Christ has come in the flesh. So if that's the case, that's the case, the Gnostics had no problem with Christ being divine. They had a problem
Yep.
with him being fleshly and bodily.
100%. Yep.
So
100%.
that's why you
Fantastic
see
point.
he's distinguishing that he has the fullness of deity, so you don't need to look to the aeons, and this deity resides primarily in him bodily. So it's affirming the fleshly nature of his body.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's
Let's
right
see
there.
who we have
Colossians
here.
2:9.
Let's see who we have here.
Yeah.
What's your question, Miaphysite Mind Chat? What's your question?
What's up, William? Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, oh, man, that's like
All right.
echo.
So
Sounds like you're in the restroom.
An
brother.
echo chamber. Yeah.
Sounds
yeah, I'm
like-
sorry about the echo chambers. It's the
Did
only
he-
place I can be.
What's your
All
question?
Is the audio good enough though?
I guess. What's your question, brother?
I didn't hear him.
No, I don't have a question. I was the one who made the clip that you're talking about.
Okay.
Oh, you made the clip. I didn't watch the clip. What was the clip about?
Apparently about me misunderstanding Father Price. Yet very clearly we have Father Price here admitting that he believes Cyril and Leo had the very same Christologies.
Okay, so are you guys going to delete the clip now that he played Father?
Oh,
Price?
I don't care. I really do. I could care less.
No,
Well,
I'm asking
that's
him.
That's not really what the clip was actually about. So
Okay, what's the clip about, buddy?
So essentially, somebody in the chat was saying, Father Price said that Leo misunderstood Cyril,
Yes.
and you said, no, absolutely not.
No, when I
Leo
said
does
no,
not intend-
no, sir. No, you're misunderstanding me, brother. You're wrong. When I said that, it was in response to trolls beforehand that were saying they didn't have the same Christology. I put the other text up, but I was referring to them having different Christology. That is not what I was saying. And later on, I clarify, I'm aware of what Father Price says in a footnote. I disagree with him. Ultimately, it doesn't matter to me. And you can keep your clip up. I could care less.
I understand. That
No,
you
you clearly don't understand, buddy. You clearly don't, because
I said I understand that you disagree with Father Price. What I'm saying is, though, and we had a discussion about this on X yesterday, that
I know what we did.
That other people in the chat.
Yes, and my moderators just said we had several people being trolls. I was responding to them. If you don't accept it, I couldn't care less, my friend. I already clarified it for you. You can make 100 clips if you want, buddy. I don't care, buddy.
Chat replay, we have the receipt.
My friend, people that get banned do not remain in the live chat. I'm not going to repeat this for you more than once. No, they don't.
Okay.
I'm not going to repeat it for you more than once, buddy.
Hold on, guys.
This is what I want you. This is what I want you to do. I want you to keep making more clips, and I'm going to pulverize you every time you come up, buddy. I'm going to embarrass you every time you come up, buddy. Every single time you come up. Go ahead, Sam.
No, I'm just going to say, all right, so William told you, clarified, you don't accept it, then you can move on. Yeah.
No, he's a clown. He's a clown. Yeah, you're gone, buddy. Get out of here, buddy. I could care less what you think. Get out of here, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, guys, once William clarifies his position, you don't accept it, get lost.
Get
Don't
out.
Come back.
Get lost. Beat it.
Yeah.
Beat
Don't come back. If he
Beat
clarifies his position and you still don't want to accept this position but double down to demonize him, then get out of here. But by the way, when you guys do this, you're only confirming to people William is one of the best apologists out there, and I'm not saying it to tickle his ear. And let me explain why. You only go after and tackle the man with the ball. If he wasn't...
Yeah, they like to get nasty. Let them get nasty.
Well, here's my point. If the Lord hadn't blessed you to make an impact that none of them are making, then they wouldn't try to make clips out of you to demonize you, because that's indirectly it's a compliment that you are a threat and a danger, and they need to discredit you, like they've been doing with me, like they try to do with me. So glory to God. That means you're the man. Now, guys, if you're listening,
we got. I don't know if that's really Agan or if that's a troll. I have no idea.
Okay.
This is Agan. It's very nice to meet you.
What's up,
what's your name? William.
Yes,
Sam,
sir.
it's an honor to see you as well.
Remember, you were on my channel. Yeah, you were there. I know you were talking
it was
about
a big blessing.
I didn't know if it was you, brother, because I clicked edit and it has a different name. I'm not going to reveal your real name.
Yeah.
It's okay. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
I was about to block you, brother.
All right, go ahead, brothers.
Thank you for having me on.
Go ahead.
So before I start with anything, I want to let you guys know, seriously, I look up to both of you guys. I respect a lot of your guys' work.
God bless you.
I mean, no bad blood.
Good.
But am I correct in saying that your position is that we have the same Christology? It's a mere terminological difference. We've agreed upon this, and anything further than that is just disagreement over words.
I think that ultimately we are pretty much trying to
Yeah,
come to
good.
the same conclusion, utilizing different terminology. That's what I think.
Okay. I appreciate that outlook. Although I
Yeah,
disagree.
trust me. Let me tell you one thing. I think you should know this by now. We approach you guys very differently than the Ortho Bros. I think you know that by now.
Yes, of course. I got to
But
give honor where honor's due.
But I still hope that you'd be willing to have an open dialogue. We can discuss our differences. Chalcedon, Ephesus, that'd be something that I think would be very helpful.
I'd love to.
Okay.
Before I go with where I disagree with that,
Sure.
first I want to say I appreciate that position. It means you recognize our position is, I'm assuming, you acknowledge it was taught at Ephesus. It's the Christology, or at least the language model Cyril wanted to use. You can find it in some church fathers. Am I right in saying that?
Yes.
Okay, that's a fair position. Obviously, the Ortho Bros would never grant that.
Of course not. But I think that they'd be bound to it too. I think they'd be bound to it because there's also joint declarations of Christology signed by their churches. I think that they're also bound by it, but they don't care.
Sure. The agreed statements, yes. The agreed statements allow us to speak of one nature. The two natures are distinct in thought. Yes, you're right. So here's where I would disagree with this assertion. Number one, I would much rather if it really was a semantical dispute. And here's the reason why. So this would be my preference.
Dr. Brock believes it's a semantical dispute. I'd go with him.
Yes, he does. He does say that two natures and one nature trying to arrive at the same truth.
Yep.
I know as well, Father Richard Price says that in many places. I know. Where
Right,
I disagree
Dr. Brock is your scholar. He's one of the he is perhaps the top Syriac scholar. He's your guy.
Sure, he became Syriac Orthodox, right? But he's not binding on me the way my church fathers are.
Sure,
for example,
but he's
Saint
still your
Severus.
top scholar, though.
I mean, I don't know how we would rank top scholar. How do you go about that?
Well, you can name a scholar better than him. Do you have a better one than him?
I think scholars are like technically irrelevant in light of the saints.
Okay.
Because, like, for example, if my tradition.
Hold on, before you move on, Saint Justin Martyr a saint of yours?
Yes.
Okay, now did Saint Justin Martyr articulate the beginning of the sun the way Cyril of Alexandria did?
He for sure did it the way Athanasius did in Book 3 of Discourse Against the Arians. Athanasius says,
Egan, that's not the question I asked.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
I will say yes. He taught the beginning of the sun like all the later fathers. And
the beginning of the sun.
That.
So, well, look, if you take it easy and not try to speak 10,000 words at a minute, take it easy. So you're saying Saint Cyril Athanasius said that Christ wasn't always the Son, but he was always the Logos inherent in the Father?
Justin Martyr, I have gone through his entire corpus. I don't see a two-stage Logos theology in him.
You'd be wrong, because he says that God begat out of himself a rational power. So he doesn't say he was the Son within the Father. He was the rational power that was begotten. It's that act of beginning that makes him the Son. Can you show me? Can you show me a statement? Egan, cut me off again. I'm going to cut you off. I'm going to treat you like a Muslim.
Yeah, Egan, this is going well right now. It can get worse for you, buddy. Humble yourself, buddy.
Show me where Justin Martyr affirms that prior to the beginning of the rational power, which is what the Logos was, that he was already the Son inherent in the Father. Give me an explicit statement.
My brothers, once again, when I'm correcting you, this isn't out of any arrogance or anything. I'm just telling you how I read these primary sources.
Can you give
when
me
I
a
say
reference?
Justin, let me answer you, Sam, because you said a lot of things.
Yeah.
When you see Justin Martyr saying that the act of generation is an intellective one, he's appealing to the theology of the Apostolic Fathers. And you even find this thousands of years later in saints like St. Gregory of Totta. That's not going to be mutually exclusive to a two-step Logos theology.
You didn't answer my question.
He's avoiding it because he can't answer it. Egan,
I like the
answer the question, Egan. Please provide him a source, buddy. That is how you do it. When you are pressed, Egan, you give a source, buddy. That's how it's done in back and forth dialogue. I know you're used to dialoguing with neophytes.
I got your question.
We're not neophytes, buddy. Go ahead.
My whole point is I don't have that burden.
Yes, you do. You may think
no,
you
I don't.
You do. If not, you're wasting our time. You need to leave. So I want to ask it again. You made the assertion that Justin Martyr did not hold to a two-stage Logos. So I asked you very simply, substantiate your assertion. Show me that Justin Martyr did affirm that the Logos was already the Son inherent in the Father before he begot him. Go ahead.
Again, that's a negative position, Sam.
Okay,
I don't have that
God
burden.
bless you, brother. Go talk to the Ortho Bros, brother.
Yeah. Egan,
so
you don't
want to talk about Christology?
Brother, you don't
haven't let me
understand
speak.
This is the very beginning. This is beginner level Christology. You can't answer it.
Let me establish exactly what I was going to say.
Hold on, brother. Hold on.
I've been holding. I've let you guys speak. I would like to speak.
I'm going to be very respectful to you.
What an arrogant.
You cannot have these dialogues, Agan. You are a beginner. You may use all of these texts and think you know what you're talking about. You couldn't survive 1 minute with Sam. This is a beginner level study.
How is this arrogance if you're not letting me speak?
Agan,
I'm speaking in
Sam.
love.
Answer Sam. Provide him an
Let me
answer.
answer. Let me answer.
Answer
By
him.
giving me a
Listen very
statement from
carefully.
Justin. Yes, go ahead.
Listen very carefully.
No, guys,
both of you.
hold on.
Please
We're
don't
not
interrupt
arguing.
me.
We're not arguing that Justin Martyr taught heresy, guys. You have no
Please.
idea.
No.
We're not arguing that.
Please don't interrupt me. And love, hear what I have to say. I am taking a negative position. The burden is not on me to show you where he didn't
Yes,
teach
it
a
is.
two-step logo. Don't interrupt me, please. We're talking about arrogance.
Brother,
I've been letting you guys speak.
don't tell me not to interrupt you when you're going on a speech like a good Muslim and you're not a Muslim. Get to the point. Did he affirm
This
that
is
the
the
Logos
point.
was the Son within before the act of begetting? Yes or no? That's it. I mean, you can say yes or no. It's clear.
Sam, the burden isn't on me in this case. The burden is on you to show he taught a two-step logos theology.
No, I don't need
This
to
is my
teach a
answer.
two-step. I just showed you that Justin Martyr said that God begat from himself a rational power. So he
Which we
calls
grant.
Jesus is the rational power. He didn't say he was the Son residing within him. And the act of begetting took place right before that rational power began creation. So
Sam,
I
in
quoted
an
Justin
intellective
Martyr.
act. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Can you now show me where Justin Martyr affirms that he was already the Son inherent in the Father?
Okay, an intellective act of generation is not going to be anything close to a two-step logos theology.
Okay, I'm
So
going to
once
repeat
again,
it fourth again.
when I
Can
take
you show
Sam,
me where he
Wow.
says the Son
Wow.
Sam,
was what the Logos was already the Son
When
within the Father?
when I take a negative position, the burden is
Okay,
on
brother,
you to
can you
prove
get
the
to the next
positive.
guy? This guy can't answer the question.
Let me ask you one thing, Sam. Can I just ask you one thing?
Yes.
I just want to ask you one thing. Now that we have Agan on your show, you're a very kind person. I just wonder, why were you so kind, and why didn't you point out all of his errors when he did that presentation on your show? Remember the Angel of the Lord?
Yeah, because
This
he's
is
young.
the
He's
third
young kid.
subject.
that was pretty brutal. That was pretty brutal. Agan,
Okay,
you
Egan,
sucked.
God bless you, buddy. Take
It was
care.
If
pretty
we
bad.
keep track of
Bye-bye.
substance,
It was pretty bad, man.
Egan,
Get out of
bye-bye.
here, dude. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here, man. You suck, man.
Now,
You're
that's the
embarrassing,
problem.
Agan. You're a beginner,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You think that you're the
That's-
greatest. You think that you walk on
Yeah.
water, man. You're a neophyte, Agan. You can't even have this dialogue for more than a few minutes.
Yeah.
What a fraud.
No, let me explain why I
What a
didn't want
fraud.
him, why I wanted to corner him, because you can go on tangents and give 1,000-word salad and not answer the point. The fact is, and I blame you, Daniel Kakish, for making this man more than he is. I'm going to blame you. I'm going to
He's
call you out of
horrible.
love.
He sucks.
But let me make a comment. I don't want to offend.
Not Daniel. I'm good with
Yeah.
Daniel, but he's Agan. He's
No,
awful.
but I blame Daniel Kakish for making this guy more than he is, because they made him more than he is. He's still a kid. He's a neophyte. Let me tell you guys something about Justin Martyr, Irenaeus, Tertullian, why I know this aspect of the theology. Let me explain. I want everyone to listen.
Yep.
Long before I joined the Catholic Church and became sympathetic and loving towards the ancient churches, as an anti-Catholic, I had to address these issues because of anti-Trinitarians like Greg Stafford.
Yep.
Jehovah's Witnesses Greg Stafford, citing the works of J.N.D. Kelly and others, argued that the ante-Nicene fathers, A-N-T-E, the fathers before Nicaea, did not teach that Jesus has always been the Son, that he was always the Logos, but that at some moment, right before God decided to create, he summoned the Logos within him.
Yep.
And when he summoned him, that's when he becomes the Son. Now, let me know, because I can't see the comments. Let me know if the people in the comment section
They're
are
getting
following
it. They're shocked
Okay.
that he was saying the burden is on you, yet you were asking him
No.
over and over to provide the quote. He couldn't
He
provide
can't.
any quote.
No, he knows he
provide
can't,
anything.
because
No.
he knows, because Justin Martyr did not teach what he claimed he did. Because I know Justin Martyr like the back of my mind. I was studying Justin when he was still in
He's
his
awful.
diapers.
This guy,
Yeah.
I got to say, Daniel, I love you, brother, but your guy's a neophyte. He's a beginner.
Yeah.
Couldn't last even 2 minutes. This is beginner level.
Yes.
This is a very
But let
beginner
me-
level. Imagine Agan going against Greg Stafford. He would annihilate him in 10 seconds.
Stafford will destroy you guys. I'm letting you know. Stafford is not a joke. But let me explain to you.
Man.
No, Stafford is a heretic. I don't want to praise him, but I can't lie. In fact, Trinitarians, be thankful for Stafford. He forced me to study the fathers to take me to a higher level.
Amen.
Now, I'm going to tell you what the Christology of the ante-Nicene fathers were, even those who are not fathers. I want you to listen. Listen to me. I have the receipts. They're on my blog. I'm not on my computer to bring up Justin Martyr because I'm in my car. but I may have to do a session this week and explain. And don't take my word for it. Look up J.N.D. Kelly, Early Doctrines of the Church. The exact title slips my mind. It's there. He says it, that prior to Nicaea, the A-N-T-E, not anti-Nicene fathers, did not teach that Christ has always been the Son. Now, I need you Trinitarians to listen. They were Trinitarians. They were not Arians. And you know who's championing now this view that they're not Trinitarians because they didn't believe that the Son always existed? Dale Tuggy. Dale Tuggy,
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Unitarian
He's
philosopher.
attacking the Trinitarians on that. Yep.
Yeah, he quotes them. He says they were Logos Christologists who did not believe in the Trinity because they believed the Logos was produced as an inferior secondary God. Now,
Yep.
Justin Martyr, Irenaeus. Now, Tertullian is not a church father. Tertullian is not a church father, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. Did anyone condemn Tertullian for his Trinitarian beliefs?
No, no, not at all.
Okay, so
No,
he was solid on the Trinity then.
they condemned him because he apostatized to Montanism. They never ever attacked his Trinitarianism ever.
Do you know why? Because his Trinitarianism was identical to Tatian, Justin Martyr, and Irenaeus, and those writing at that period of time. They were identical. If you want to know what Justin Martyr believed, go read Tatian, where Tatian from his mentor, and Tatian is Assyrian, by the way, his mentor Justin Martyr, where he learned this from, like Justin Martyr, believes that Christ is the Logos inherent in God, but then when God begets him, that's when he becomes the Son. So, Trinitarians, this is the view of these Christians. Christ as Logos is uncreated. Christ as Logos exists within God. Christ as Logos has no beginning. But he wasn't always the Son. In point of fact, I had to refute a Jehovah's Witness pamphlet, and I have the article on my blog, Tertullian. He says that there was a time when the Son was not. Now he's refuting.
He should not say that.
Yeah, he does. I have the article, but I know the context though. He was refuting someone who was arguing, well, if God has always been Lord, no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I scared her. I'm just kidding, guys. Sorry. He was refuting. Yeah, she hit my door. She got freaked out. Okay. He was refuting. I believe his name, again, I don't have it in front of me. He's refuting someone called Hermogenes, who said, hey, because remember, the Greeks thought matter was uncreated. They go, if you're saying God is Lord, he has to be Lord over someone. And if he's eternally Lord, then he's eternally the Lord of matter. So matter has no beginning. That's his argument. So how does Tertullian refute that? He says, the Lord, God hasn't always been Lord because there wasn't something for him to be Lord over, just like he wasn't always the Father because there was a time when the Son was not. Black and white, Tertullian says that. Now, if I stop there, you're going to think, darn, the guy's an Arian. In fact, for those of you who haven't watched the sessions I did, I have a whole list of the anti-Nicene fathers. And Tertullian is not a father, but nonetheless, he's grouped in that category.
Of course, he's used by many fathers. They use him.
Oh, so you're the expert on the fathers. No one said Tertullian was a heretic for his Christology, correct?
No one said that. Not a one. Nobody said that.
All right. Just want to make sure, because I do know that later on, there was the debate about Origen's Christology. That did come up, if I was correct. Between Jerome and Rufinus, right? Rufinus?
I'm not sure about Christology. It could have been that too, though.
Yeah, something where, well, again, I'm just going by what Stafford wrote in his book. See, this again, Stafford, this is in his book. I'm getting this from him.
By the way, I was told that Agan wants to come back and he's going to provide an answer. I was told he's going to answer.
Well, if he gives me, okay, I want to assume. Is he going to quote Justin Martyr saying that he was the Son within God?
We'll see. I want people to know we're trying to have a Christological discussion.
Okay.
I want people to understand.
If he gives me the quote, yes, I want to see it.
Christology. It is on Christology. I don't think people are understanding. Yes. The dialogue is on Christology. Understand that, audience. Don't say, oh, okay, that we're being too mean. It is on Christology. There he is.
Yes. Let me finish. Okay, well, good. Let him give me the quote then. Where does say he was the Son within God before the beginning?
I can't unmute him. It doesn't let me. It says he's muted himself.
I can unmute myself.
All right, there we
Okay,
go.
ahead. Give me the quote.
Okay, so can I ask William a question real quick before you
Answer Sam first, brother. Answer Sam.
Give me the quote.
I'm just gonna ask. Are we gonna talk about Christology? Because here's what I'm willing to do.
That's Christology, brother. That is Christology.
Okay, you just said you're gonna give me the answer from Justin Martyr.
Sam, I'm willing to put my cards on the table and grant you this mundane point so we can get somewhere important.
Oh, grant you. So we were right?
No, it's still a negative position. But
okay, get him out of here, brother.
Arrogant
He
as you think.
Brother, are you gonna provide a quote or you? Yeah, it is unreasonable, Egan. We're asking you to provide a quote. We're asking you to provide a quote. It is related to Christology, Egan. Do you understand?
Do you concede the point? I'm going to tell you what it has to do once you concede the point. If you answered, you're going to see where I'm going with it. Do you now concede you cannot show us ante-Nicene fathers, Justin Martyr in particular, which you denied, that he believed that the Logos was the Son inherent in the Father prior to the act of begetting? Yes or no?
Sam, this is once again an exact word
brother,
fallacy.
Can you get him out of here, brother?
The negative position.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, get him out of here.
He doesn't want to have a discussion. Yeah, that's a bummer, man. That's a bummer.
So whoever told you wanted to come up and answer, block him for lying. Who told you that?
Yeah, no, I understood in the group. People were saying to bring him back up. I said, bring him up. Let him come up. I said, let's see if he answers. And I thought he was going to answer. He's too ego-driven, man. He's too ego-driven.
Okay, now let me explain to you what I was setting him up for. Yeah. And Daniel Kakisha, I want you to listen. Now you're going to see the method to my madness. Why I did this. Now, guys, why did I ask this question and why it's relevant to Christology? Because now watch, there's a method to my... I'm not as dumb as my brother William looks, even though he's more muscular. Okay.
Oh man, come on, guys. Let's lighten it up. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm not angry. You guys think I'm not. I'm actually chilling.
No. Man, I'm not angry either, man. I'm not angry either, man. I was hoping to have a Christological discussion with him. I really was.
Okay, now let me show the people why I did this. Daniel, I hope you listen, Daniel. I want you to learn. Because once you cannot demonstrate that these ante-Nicene apologists are called the apologists, taught that the Word was always the Son. He's always the Logos residing in God. And then God begets him. At that moment of beginning, he becomes the Son. You're going to have to now concede that Christology can evolve and that later developments are not heretical just because they go beyond earlier developments. Mm-hmm. This is what I was trying to establish. So let me repeat to every one of you there. Tertullian was a Trinitarian. So was Justin Martyr, Irenaeus. They were what we'd call proto-Trinitarians. Now, why do I say that? None of them thought that the person who becomes Christ was created. They didn't believe that. None of them believed that the Spirit was created. They affirmed God, his Logos, Spirit, uncreated. However, they actually took the beginning as a literal act of God that took place right when God wanted to create. So what did they believe? The Lord was then summoned by God to be used by God to create. That's why Justin Martyr can say that God begat out of himself a rational power to be the beginning of all creatures.
Yep.
It's that act of when he begets him that he became the Son. But notice that rational power, it's not an attribute, it's rational. He's already a person within him. Does everyone understand? They're Trinitarians?
Yep. I want the audience to know what we were trying to do is dialogue about the very heart of Christology. That's what we were trying to do, to dialogue about Christology in the Apostolic Fathers, and Egan didn't get it. These are areas that he has not done work in. He doesn't know these areas.
Because they puffed him up. Daniel and you, dude, you made him more than he is. You puffed him up. That's
not me,
fault.
Man. I've always told you. I think I thought you said Daniel and you. No, I've always told you.
Daniel,
I've seen videos of his, and they're terrible. I've always thought his
and I'm not
really
putting
bad.
him young. He's a young man, and I pray in Jesus' name he'll grow. But this is a lesson to you, Daniel. You, subdeacon. I'm saying this in love. 1 Timothy 3, you don't give a young 19-year-old this type of responsibility, because in reference to even bishops, they say he cannot be a recent convert. How much more a 19-year-old that you're going to put him in the public limelight representing you? He's too young. Rein him in. Tell him, go back to your church. Stay behind closed doors until you mature. Yep. You understand? not a 19-year-old who thinks you're he's God's gift to the church. I love the young man, and I wish him the best. I'm not attacking him. I'm just saying.
And I do as well. He needs to grow a lot. He is nowhere near the level that he wishes he was at. He makes a lot of very elementary errors.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Egan. I'm telling you as a friend, as a brother, you need to get better, my friend.
Yeah.
You use fake quotes galore. And if I was mean, I am the guy that busts people in fake quotes. If I was mean, I would expose the life out of you. You use a lot of fake quotes. Egan, it's time to grow up, man. It's time to get better, because really the buck stops here, buddy. We're not going to allow this kind of neophyte attitude. We know the fathers. We can read them in their languages. We don't play games here. And we don't say, oh, well, I'll grant you this and that. No, admit that you don't know how to answer and move on. Humble yourself, buddy. You are not at that level.
He couldn't even say, he couldn't admit it. And I think he knows why he could. Now, for the rest of you, I just want them to see where my argument is going. Did all of you get Justin Martyr, whom everyone considers a saint? Saint Irenaeus, he's a saint. Do you understand they're Trinitarians? Let me know, because I can't see the comments if they say yes. They're Trinitarians.
Let me see what they say. Guys, you guys understand this, right? We are saying and we are affirming the Trinitarians. I don't want the slander where people bite us and say, because they began to slander us, saying, hey, we're accusing them of being heretics. No,
man. No, come on, dude. I'm the one who went out of my way to defend that they're Trinitarians against Greg Stafford and Dale Tucker.
Brother,
what are you talking about?
Let me let the audience know, right? You've written a number of articles defending them, right?
I got nearly 20 articles on them on my blog. Go to answeringislam.blog, the new blog, answeringislam.blog. So I'm one of the earlier apologists, even as a Protestant, that went out of my way to defend them, because I knew they were Trinitarians long before I fell in love with the ancient churches. Okay, now,
praise God.
Because I had to master this Christology, let me explain to you that though they believed when God brought the Logos out of himself, that's when he becomes the Son, they did not think the Logos was created. He's uncreated, within God, never been apart from God, and God has never been without the Logos, but he was begotten. They took it as a literal act. When was he begotten? The moment God wanted to create, Logos comes out without severing from God, and then the Logos is used to create all things. And so with the Spirit. In point of fact, that analogy of the torch, one fire lighting another fire, that's from Justin Martyr, expounded by Tashin. That's precisely the analogy used to show how God could beget out of himself the Logos without God losing any of his own word. You remember the analogy you mentioned it a while back?
Absolutely.
Justin Martyr and the torch. What was that all about?
Absolutely. Justin Martyr and the torch, 100%. Yep.
Yeah. And Tashin expounding on it. What was that all about? What, do you have a comment? So he said, look at that.
Yeah, like rays from the sun. As long as there is sun, there are rays, inseparable.
Yeah, see? So what's that all about? That one torch lights another torch, because he's talking about how God could beget his word out of himself without losing any of his word. Because if a torch lights another torch, the fire of the first torch doesn't lessen.
Right.
That's because Justin Martyr assumed the word within God comes forth from God without lessening the word in God. And that's when he becomes the Son. So everyone understand, they didn't think he was always the Son. He was always the Logos within God. Then he was begotten to create all things. And it's right before creation, he becomes the Son. Does everyone get that?
Yep.
I just want to make sure. Does everyone get it?
Yeah, everybody, you got it. You all understand? Are you all understanding, guys?
So this is still Trinitarianism, but
100% Trinitarianism defined, and they're using terms differently than later fathers. They're still within the bounds of orthodoxy, is what we are saying.
And everyone got it?
Yep.
Now, this is where you're going to come in, William. You're the expert. Now, would Athanasius, would Augustine, would Jerome, would St. Cyril articulate the sonship of Christ in this manner, that he goes from Logos to becoming the Son?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Absolutely certain, right? Because I don't want them saying we're lying, because you're the expert.
I'm positive. I'm positive.
So now we're left with one of two conclusions. We follow their logic. Either now the later fathers went beyond what the earliest Christians taught, who were close to the apostles, and therefore they're heretics, or they realize that the language has to evolve and they have to become more precise. And better at articulating the generation because of new heresies that the earlier group did not have to contend with.
That's correct. Yep.
Hence why at the Council of Chalcedon, they would have to affirm the distinction in the natures because they're dealing with new issues that an earlier generation. So then where's the problem?
There is no problem at all. There is no
that
problem.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, no, that's what we're trying to arrive to. We were trying to arrive to that, but unfortunately, he couldn't give us any answers at all.
Because once you Miaphysites admit to me, because I'm going to go back and I'm going to do sessions now to show you this is what Justin taught and Irenaeus.
Yeah, we're going to do sessions together.
Yeah, I have the articles.
Because these guys have forced us to go out because they're nasty people. Because Agan does shows and Agan says that Chalcedonians are spawns of Satan, and he says all these nasty, disgusting things. He does. So you guys have forced us. You guys who saw us as nice guys, we were on the sidelines as nice guys. You guys forced us to come out, and you brought out the nasty William and the nasty Sam. And I tell you right now, you're not ready for it, Agan. You're not ready, buddy.
Brother
You're not
Daniel,
ready.
I want to say to Daniel, who's your friend, how do you let this guy call people hold to Chalcedonian Christology spawns of Satan when you love William and he loves you and he goes to bat for you? And I love Vartan. Vartan is one of the dearest brothers to me. I had him on my channel. I'm going to have him again. Why would you let him then demonize people hold to Chalcedonian Christology?
Yeah, we're good. We're good with Vartan. We're good with Daniel. And they're not nasty at all. They're not nasty. And even Daniel says Daniel never allows that. You're right. But this guy Agan is one of the nastiest guys I've ever encountered. He is a nasty, disgusting little kid. The stuff that he says about people, he is a nasty kid. The stuff he says about people, he acts puffed up. So when you bring him and you try to press him and you expose him as the fraud he is, he's freaking out. He's used to being in control. He's used to being in control and shouting people down and demeaning people. Well, when you turn the tables and you expose him as the fraud that he is, he's freaking out. And he's crying and saying, guys, I wanted to talk about Christology. Agan, what do you think we're trying to talk about with you? What do you think we're trying to talk about with you? Wake up, dude. You don't know these issues. You're too green,
By the way,
buddy.
For William to be this like direct with Agan, you know you've pushed him over the edge because I can bear witness before the Lord. Behind the scenes, front of the scenes, he bends over backwards to show love and respect to all the ancient churches that he disagrees with. The fact that you're this angry means that they pushed you to the tipping point.
Yeah, brother. I mean, I'm at the kind of stuff that this guy says. He is nasty. He has no charity. He's just bad. And then before I never watched his material, they shared a number of videos with me. I went and I watched him. I said, this guy's atrocious. Immediately, one of his presentations, I saw using fake quotes, and then he did a show with you and the Angel of the Lord. I'm listening. I'm like, this guy, he makes error after error. You were very kind. You didn't call him out, but he made errors.
Can you confirm behind the scenes? I said he made some egregious errors, but I didn't want to say anything online.
Behind the scenes, I called you on the phone after Agan's presentation on Angel of the Lord, and I was just in shock. The guy is beginner.
Yeah, and I said nothing.
You were very kind. You never called him out. You could have called him out and you could have exposed him right there as he made error after error on your show.
Yeah, he did. And I said nothing. God is my witness. He's my witness. I'm not lying. Why? Because if I said something, Sam, you're mean, you're jealous, I go, I'm just going to shut up. Now, for the rest of you, Miaphysites, this is not an attack on you guys. If you think it is, then you don't know us.
Not at all. Now, Vartan's my brother. Daniel's my brother. They know that they're my brothers.
Nina's my sister in the Lord. I love her like my own sister. So this
she's
is
a moderator here. I have her as a moderator. Daniel's a moderator.
She's a moderator in my channel. Yeah.
Vartan's a moderator. I got a bunch of Oriental Orthodox moderators. I love them. I love them.
This is only because you guys try to demonize William by taking a clip. See what you guys did?
Yeah, I warned
him.
You go
take a clip and demonize him.
I warned him that when you guys got me and you took me off the sidelines, I was your ally. And I told you, making me an enemy would have been your worst freaking mistake. I warned you that I will continue until my dying breath, until I'm dead on the ground. Now you made me your enemy, and that's the one thing you shouldn't have done. Because you know why? When you make me my enemy, when you make me your enemy, I pick up the phone, I call up Sam, I tell Sam, this ain't good. And Sam tells me, no, it isn't good. What do we need to do? He tells me. And now you got us here.
And guys, don't underestimate my understanding of what the ante-Nicene fathers thought about the Trinity. I don't go around boasting about it. I've spent considerable years studying them because I had to deal with Jehovah's Witnesses, Unitarians, and Muslims misquoting them. You
Yep.
do not know what I know about the early ante-Nicene fathers, so don't try to test me on this because
Yep.
I'm not here to do an ego fest to show I know more than you. Leave it be, let alone now, just so people don't forget the point. Do you guys understand the point? If later Christians articulated the eternal begetting of the Son differently from the early Christians, but no one would condemn the later Christians for using more precise language than the earlier Christians, but see that it's a faithful continuity of what went before, because
Yep.
the early Christians are Trinitarians, but the way they articulate the generation of the Son would differ from later Christians. Then why make a big deal that later Christians chose to use two nature language, even though an earlier generation spoke of one composite union? This was
Yep.
the only point I was making. That's it.
Yep. That's the whole point we were making. And as we talked about it, behind the scenes, look, guys, I'll take Dr. Brock any day. I mean, I got to say, man, if I have to compare Dr. Brock, who knows the languages and has translated the greatest Syriac fathers, or a neophyte, little kid who uses fake quotes, I think I'm going to take Dr. Brock any day of the week. And Dr. Brock says that we are using different terminology, trying to come to the same conclusion. Who do I take? The guy that is a master of the languages? Do I take the guy who has translated their own fathers? Or do I take the neophyte who uses fake quotes? Who do I take? You tell me, audience.
Now, brother, why do you think I meant Justin Martyr? Because when you said I would, because in his arrogance, well, look what he told you. Well, I would prefer our saints than a scholar. Oh, okay, I'll do you one better. Is Saint Justin Martyr one of your saints? Why do you think I went there?
100%. Yep.
Because when you mention Brock, who would study the saints of the early Christians,
He's
right?
translated them. He's translated the greatest Syriac saints.
And then brush him aside, saying, I'd rather listen to my saints. Two problems.
Arrogant.
That assumes, well, here's the two problems. That assumes you've understood your saints better than Brock.
Better than him.
You need to prove that. Secondly, you're inconsistent with what saints you'll follow, because that's why I went to Saint Justin Martyr, to show you that the way he articulates the beginning of the Son is not identical to later Christians. But it doesn't mean he's wrong or they're wrong. It means this is just progressive illumination where you need to come and further clarify and better articulate what you believe about the Trinity because of evolving heresies that an earlier generation did not have to address.
100%. And
now, did everyone get it?
I hate to break it to you, Egan, but that's beginner level, man. That you're too used to getting little quote bites here and there. You're too used to living in the world of attacking Chalcedon, that when we took you out of your comfort zone and we took you to the Apostolic Fathers, your eyeballs rolled out of your head and they fell in your lap. They rolled out of your head. They fell down in your lap. They
man, I thought I was the bad cop, man. I'm the good cop now.
You got the eyeball. You try to pop it back in, but I mean, it doesn't work here, Egan. We've been dealing with people for a long, long time, and there's one thing that me and Sam can do. We can sniff a fraud a mile away. We can sniff a fake, and we can sniff and we can smell when there's a fake around. Doesn't work here, man. You can be nasty elsewhere, buddy. Take all the clips you want of this. Take 100 of them. Remember, you guys are the ones that brought us out of the sidelines, and you guys made us enemies.
Yeah. And
well, hold on. Daniel, then why do you give him a platform? Why
what did he say? I can't read what he says.
He said he's 20 years old. Then why do you? Oh no, wait.
That was my point.
He's 19.
That's what I said earlier.
Why do you puff him up, Daniel?
That's what was my point, brother.
Why
Daniel?
do you give him a platform, Daniel?
Yeah, that's my point exactly.
Why do you puff him up if he is a little kid,
a superstar.
Daniel?
You made him a superstar.
Why do you puff him up if he's a little kid, brother?
You made him a superstar.
It doesn't matter if his channel is 500,000 subs. It doesn't matter how big his channel is, brother. It doesn't matter, brother. Why do you puff him up if he's a little kid? Come on, brother. You got to be brother, man. You got to be brother. You got to do better than that, man. He's a little kid making little errors. He's making a lot of errors, Daniel. I pointed it out. He uses fake quotes over and over. He uses fake quotes that he doesn't know better. He doesn't know how to double check. He doesn't know how to double check this stuff, guys.
And don't force William to have a show where he then shows you the clips and the fake quotes like he did with others. Leave it be. Just Daniel, that was what
Leave
I
it
said to
be.
you.
Or I'll tell you one thing, Agan. I wouldn't mind doing that show of fake quotes.
That's what I'm
Let me
saying,
tell you
brother.
one thing. When I
That's what I'm
expose
saying.
people, Anthony Rogers hasn't survived it.
No,
When
he
I
hasn't.
exposed him
He's
with the
never
fake
recovered.
quotes, his head has been like this for years. When I exposed Ryan Lemonboy in the fake quotes, Ryan Lemonboy doesn't live it down. Don't make me expose you on those fake quotes. Don't make me do it.
Yeah. No, I'm letting you know. And listen, it's not because it's personal, because you demonize William.
Yep.
You guys just made fun of William. You mocked William. Why
Yep.
would you do that, man? The guy's done nothing but show you love.
Big mistake. Big mistake.
No,
Man.
honestly,
Big
brethren,
mistake.
be honest, Daniel. Be honest before God, whom we're going to answer. William has done nothing but shown love to all of you. Why would this group come and demonize him to make him look bad?
Yeah, I've given Daniel nothing but love. I love Daniel. I still remain close to Daniel.
No, of course.
I give Daniel nothing
He's
but
not
love,
like
man.
that.
I give Daniel's not like that. Daniel isn't. Daniel, Vartan,
Yeah.
I give them love, man.
Vartan is not like that. Vascan
He
is not
said-
like that. In other words, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he says because I showed him, and Daniel knows very well, I didn't make that clip. Daniel knows that. So Daniel, why didn't you tell him that? Daniel, why didn't you go and tell him, hey, William didn't make that, guys. Don't attack him. Why wouldn't you defend me? Knowing that I've gone to bat for you, why wouldn't you defend me, brother?
Yeah.
I mean, so many questions to ask, brother. So many questions.
Yeah. Anyway, I just want to make it clear.
Miaphysite. No, brother. No, that has nothing to do with the Apollinarian stuff. There's church father quotes that are fake that he's used. He's used a galore of fake quotes. I've lost count, man.
Just to make it clear, this is not an attack on Eastern Orthodox or Inter-Orthodox. It's not an attack, no, on Syrian Church. Just to make it clear, you guys know, and I'm a man of integrity when it comes to this. Not that I'm trying to boast. I will always love and serve and honor the ancient churches. You
Amen
have a
to the
servant
end.
in me, even in William. And
Here
I
too.
will fight for your church and even die for your church for the glory of Jesus Christ. This is
Amen.
nothing to do with Miaphysitism. I love Miaphysite Christology, because at the end of the day, like he said, I'm seeing that you're saying what I believe. I mean, when you say one composite nature, you're using that language, but you're still affirming he's truly divine, truly human.
Yep.
You're not saying it's a third nature. Well, guess what? When William and I say Christ is one uncreated eternal person who possesses two distinct natures, inseparably united in one person,
Yep.
I don't care if you don't agree. I'm seeing we say the same thing. That's just me. I'm stupid.
So here's the one thing. I believe we are trying to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, guys. You call us spawns of Satan. You call us sons of the devil.
Yeah,
Come on,
they did, huh?
guys. Really? Oh,
See?
yeah. The
Wow.
language he's used. Come on, guys. When day in and day out, me and Sam, we have you guys as moderators. We are trying to give your channel, trying to give you guys more exposure. We want people to know the beauty of your faith. And this is how we get repaid. I got told last night, look at the way they're mocking you. I'm like, wait a minute. For the past decade, I've been going out of my way to promote them. I have made Daniel, a brother of mine, a moderator. Everywhere that I'm at, Daniel becomes moderator. I have lifted Daniel up. Brother, Daniel was one of the first people I called when I got my radio show. And you know what I told Daniel?
What?
Let me tell you what I told him. When I got my radio show, I called Daniel. He can confirm. I said, Daniel, I want you to come on my show, and I want you to talk about how beautiful your Oriental Orthodox faith is.
Amen.
I want to
It is glorious.
The whole show. But I told Daniel, when I have my radio show, you're one of the ones I want to bring on, and I want you to talk about how beautiful your faith is.
See?
And I told him, and I'm going to give you a platform. He can confirm I told him that to the audience. And here they are attacking us, calling us sons of Satan and everything.
And by the way, brother, ask Daniel.
Wrong people to mess with.
Ask Daniel. The series they did on Miaphysites on my channel is still there. It's still there.
Yep.
And even now, 4 years later, and back then I was like 197. Thank you, Dan. You cursed me. I'm now 235. Thanks to you. Notice, we still have yet to get the Roman Catholic perspective and the Eastern Orthodox perspective. And I left the Miaphysite series there untouched, right there. I even went after a fellow Assyrian in one of the original series because he wouldn't answer questions directly. You remember that, Daniel? An Assyrian deacon of the Assyrian church, the very church of my ancestors, when he wouldn't answer questions directly, I chewed him out. So I've been very fair. Don't say that I've been mean to anyone.
You were jealous of him being fat, he said.
Yeah, that's what it is, brother. Now I'm going to get skinnier again, you hater. But again, Daniel, can you confirm that in the original series you brought in an Assyrian deacon, I chewed him out because he wasn't being upfront with Theodore. Is it Theodore Mopsustia? That's the name.
Papacy. I didn't know that. I had no idea
Yeah,
you had
yeah.
done that.
An Assyrian deacon got so angry that he broke fellowship with Daniel because I try to be fair and impartial. So this is
I
not
did not
personal
know that.
against Agan. Can
Oh,
he
look at
confirm
that.
it? Say, can you
Look at
confirm
that.
it, Daniel?
Look at that. He says, yes, that's what happened. I had no clue, brother. You never told me that.
Okay. No, yeah, it's in my series. So please don't
Okay.
demonize me, any of you. I've been equal opportunist. I chew out
Amen.
everyone from any tradition
Oh, yeah.
that's not
Oh, yeah.
acting forthrightly. That's not acting
Yep.
forthrightly.
Praise the Lord. Praise God.
Anyway, I didn't want to waste people's time, but now did everyone understand my line of reasoning? If later Christology can develop regarding the beginning of the sun, and without this being heretical, and without the early Christians being wrong, because that's why I asked you, did anyone condemn St. Justin Martyr or
No,
Irenaeus?
not at all. In fact, as you know very well, brother, during the Nicene era debates, they would quote them over and over because they were beacons of orthodoxy, brother.
And yet they believe the
Oh, my
Logos
goodness.
becomes the Son.
Oh, they're not getting it, brother. They're not getting it. Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Who's not getting it?
They're not paying attention. They're saying that you're accusing them of not being orthodox.
Who?
He says, how is he orthodox if according to you, he taught the Son was not once the Son and got changed from potentially Son to actually Son? Oh.
Well, that's something you're going to have to take up, not me, because I'm telling you what Justin Martyr taught. Whether you like it or not, who's asking me this question, by the way? I can't see.
Reader John. I don't know who Reader John is.
Reader John, buddy.
I don't know who that is.
Whether you like it or not, this is what they taught. And the reason why I say they're orthodox, because the heart of Trinitarianism is that the three hypostases are uncreated. That's the heart of the issue. Arianism teaches that the Logos was produced from nothing.
Yes.
You understand the difference? Arius taught the Logos did not reside within God and was begotten of God. He was created, creatio ex nihilo, out of nothing. These men did not believe that. They taught Logos is uncreated because God has never existed without Logos or wisdom. And therefore, the Logos is not part of creation. And the Logos was already rational in God, meaning it wasn't simply an attribute. So in that sense, they are fully Trinitarian. So what do you mean how they're orthodox? We don't condemn earlier fathers by later orthodoxy. And that's what we're trying to get at. If later on they wanted to articulate the beginning as a timeless generation, that doesn't mean those who came before, who tried to wrestle with what begetting meant, that the Logos is uncreated, he's rational, he's within God and God reason. That's exactly what Tertullian says, by the way. Tertullian says that God already was conversing within himself because he was conversing with the Logos, showing a differentiation. So what makes Trinitarianism is the belief that the three are uncreated. All of them taught they were uncreated. But how did the Logos go from Logos to Son? They did their best to articulate, because they were looking at scriptures, and I'm going to even tell you what scriptures they looked at. Psalm 45, verse 1 to 3, which in the Greek is Psalm 44, 1 to 3, where they have God speaking, saying, my heart has begotten, emitted a good word. They took that literally to refer to the Son residing in the Father's heart, and then God emitting that word out of his heart. Don't believe me, go read their commentary. Now, why did they take that to be the word in the Father's heart? Because John 1:1 and 18 says the word was with God, and that word, the Son, is in the bosom of the Father. You see how brilliant they were?
Brilliant, beyond brilliant.
You see, they're seeing these connections. They're, oh, wow. Psalm 44, 1 to 3. Guys, go look it up in the Greek. Tertullian and others quoted, I have it in my post. They go, this psalm is about the begetting of the Son. Do you know why they took it as the begetting of the Son? Because Psalm 45, 6 to 7 is quoted in Hebrews 1, 8 to 9. Your throne, O God, is forever and ever.
And let me say one thing for Agan, my friend, who keeps asking to come back. Agan,
oh my God,
you couldn't give an answer, brother.
Don't waste my time. I don't want to.
You're not going to answer Sam. You couldn't give an answer. You're not going to answer him, guys. And then we have people crying that, oh, there's two of you against one. We're not going to bring them up because we're not going to bring them up because we don't want you guys crying. We don't want you guys crying. We don't want you all whining about that, okay? Plus, we don't think that he has any interest in answering Sam.
No, Agan, Go to confession. Ask the Lord to give you the grace to be humble. You shouldn't be teaching, brother. Just go and swallow your pride.
You shouldn't, Agan. You
No,
shouldn't be
shouldn't.
teaching. Go learn, Agan. Agan, whenever you say that, this is what I want, Agan. Whenever you say, I am ready to answer Sam, give him a straight answer. I don't want you to whine and say, I want to talk Christology. That is exactly what we were asking you about.
What is Justin Martyr and his view of the Christology? We're talking about that. But anyway,
That's
again, you're too
Christology.
young. I don't want to be bullying you, so I don't really want to waste time with you.
Yeah.
I know you think you're very smart and you can handle people. That's between you and God. May God give you the grace to be humble. Maybe when you're in your 50s, you'll start being humble. Okay, now for everyone else, do they understand why they are Trinitarians and why later Trinitarians did not condemn them? Do they understand that? I just want to make sure they got it.
Guys, you got it. You guys got it. Let me know. Let me know, guys. Let me know if y'all got it. Let me know if y'all got it.
You understand why the later Trinitarians who articulated begetting differently did not condemn even Tertullian for Trinitarian beliefs?
Here we go. They got it.
You understand that, right? Because they saw that even Tertullian is not a father, Justin Martyr is. None of them taught that the Son and the Spirit are creatures that God created, right, out of nothing. They affirmed that all three are uncreated, so God never existed without the Logos or Spirit. In fact, Irenaeus says that when talking about the Son and the Spirit, he calls the Son the Word and the Spirit wisdom. And he says God has never been without his own hands. You understand?
Of
so
course.
Irenaeus is saying,
that's brilliant, man. That's brilliant. It just hit me.
Yeah.
I remember that quote.
Yeah, it's in Irenaeus. It's in my article. I don't have it in front because I'm not on the computer. Lord willing, if you want to do something this week, let's set up. We'll go through the quotes.
We're going to go through those quotes. Yeah.
Irenaeus said, he goes, God has never been without his own hands, hands plural, because he says God's hands are the Son and the Spirit, the Son being the Word, the Spirit being wisdom. Irenaeus calls the Spirit wisdom. Why? Because on Isaiah 11, verses 1 and 2, and 1 Corinthians 12, verse 8, wisdom is one of the fruits and gifts of the Spirit. So therefore him, the Spirit is wisdom, whereas the Son is the Word. And these are the two hands of God, and God has never existed without his hands. So note, they're affirming they're uncreated. But the way they articulate the generation was different. That's all I'm saying.
100%. They articulated the generation differently, but as you point out in Irenaeus, this is very, very biblical and very orthodox. I mean, very clearly there. That's beautiful how you pointed out that the Spirit for him is the wisdom of God, because the Bible presents that to you. The Bible shows that, and it's great analogy. I mean, you don't get any better than the great Saint Irenaeus. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's taking that. He does provide commentary, Proverbs, multiple times, doesn't he?
He taught, for them, Proverbs was a reference to the Son.
Yes.
Now, even that came up in your debate where Muslim metaphysician, parroting Dale Tuggy, he was trying to show you that Justin Martyr thought that Christ was a creature because he called Christ the wisdom, Proverbs 8:22, who was created. Do you remember that?
Of course, I remember. 100%.
So that proves the point I was making to Agan. If you don't read these anti-Nicene fathers in context, if you don't read them in context, you will walk away thinking they're Arians because of the way they articulate the Son becoming the Son. In fact, can you confirm in the debate where you slaughtered him? Lord God used slaughter. Did he not say that Justin Martyr quoted Proverbs 8:22 to show he was created?
Flat out said that. Yes, he did. He said that.
Now, why do you think that is? Because that's when Justin Martyr's arguing the wisdom of God, inherent God, comes forth to become the Son. Which he misread as thinking that the Son was produced out of nothing.
Yes, he misread it, and I absolutely annihilated that argument. Absolutely.
So there you go, guys.
Thank you. Reader John got it. Finally.
Oh, he got it? Oh, you got it?
He told Daniel, they're trying to prove from St. Justin that Christology can develop.
Exactly, brother.
Finally, something that Agan couldn't get. We tried to show him over and over. He wouldn't give an answer.
I want to kiss this guy's head. Reader John, I'll kiss your head. Finally, you got the point. What was the point? You got it. Yes.
You got the point. Here you have this little kid demonizing anyone that doesn't believe the way he believes. He's demonizing all of them. They're sons of Satan. They're sons of the devil. He's insulting all of them. Finally, people got it, and we tried to press him to get a clear answer. He couldn't give a clear answer. He couldn't give it.
So, Reader John, that's my point. If Christology can develop without it being heretical, why then condemn later Christians in wanting to affirm the distinction of the natures to deal with new heresies?
Absolutely.
That's the only, you got it. Now, and point of fact, I want to ask you this because you're the expert, and really he is. Pray for him and I to stay faithful till we die by the grace
Amen.
of God. Okay, brother, did St. Augustine also argue along the roads of Diaphysitism?
He sure did, without a doubt. And he is called a brother there in the Acts of Ephesus. And without a doubt, he is. And very clearly, as you know, and as Divine Mercy can confirm, even though I don't know if Divine Mercy is there, he can confirm for us. He can come up if he wants. He can come up if he wants. He can confirm that the tome of the great Pope Saint Leo relies heavily on Augustinian Christology. Heavily relies on Augustinian Christology.
Okay, so let's people understand. Saint Augustine, who spoke the language of Diaphysitism, not Miaphysitism, is acknowledged by even those at Ephesus, which included Clement of Alexandria, as a brother.
Cyril of Alexandria. Cyril.
Yes. Why do I say Clement? Yeah,
Clement,
I'm sorry.
Clement. I think you got
Cyril, there's Clement of Alexandria, and
that's correct.
Clement of Rome. Then you have Cyril of Alexandria, and
there's so many
Cyril
Clements,
of Jerusalem. Yeah, I meant Cyril.
Clements.
Because I know there are two Clements, one of Rome, one of Alexandria, and then you have two Cyrils, right? You have Cyril of Alexandria. No,
that's correct.
And the Cyril of Jerusalem.
Yeah, Cyril of Alexandria. You got Cyril of yep.
You guys got me so confused, dude. Anyway,
yeah, there's
Cyril
so many
Alexandria.
Cyrils, man. There's a bunch of Cyrils, man.
And I eat a lot of cereals every day, by the way. You know, like cornflakes and all. But now, can you? So the people understand, because a lot of people don't know this. And when you told me, I was shocked. Saint Augustine, who articulated Christology along the lines of Diaphysitism. Cyril of Alexandria, people at Ephesus called him a brother, considered him a brother?
Yeah, trying to remember the name of that saint. He was from Carthage. He calls him our brother of blessed memory and fellow Bishop Augustine. My man,
so
you there, brother?
He wasn't demonized? Go ahead.
Not at all. You there, brother James?
God bless you guys.
God bless you, brother. Do you remember the name of that person, brother? He was from Carthage. Do you remember his name?
Hold on, let me get it.
I forgot his name. Capreolius, I think, of Carthage. It could be him. He refers to Augustine as our brother of blessed memory and fellow Bishop Augustine. Okay, Diaphysite. Yep, openly Diaphysite. That's correct.
And yet, you said by the time they convened the Council of Ephesus, he had passed away.
Right. Yes, he had already died. That's correct. Yep.
Okay, now, brother, I'm confused. I thought prior to Chalcedon, they all spoke along the lines of Miaphysitism, but Augustine is before Ephesus, but he spoke along the lines of Diaphysitism?
Of course, and you've got examples of fathers like Ambrose. You have many fathers that use Diaphysite language. Ambrose as well, who is venerated by all of the apostolic churches. Isn't that right, Divine Mercy?
He's also cited. He's cited at Ephesus. Ambrose, the most holy.
Okay, now Divine and William, I want to ask you.
The most holy bishop. Sorry, did I cut off? Sorry, go ahead.
You
were cutting off. Go ahead.
Sorry,
repeat again.
Go ahead.
No. Repeat again, because you cut off. I didn't hear you. Repeat.
Yeah. So, Saint Ambrose, quote, the most holy bishop of Milan, cited at the Council of Ephesus.
Yes.
In his on the Lord's incarnation, on the Holy Sacrament of the Incarnation. That's the book. That's what it's called. I do believe it's Article 54. He says that the Lord is of to and into.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And
of to and into, which is a claim that cannot be affirmed in the modern ortho bro.
Let me also confirm one very important thing that I want to confirm. I don't think there's a living scholar would disagree. Father Price agrees, and any Christologist is going to agree that Pope St. Leo the Great, may he pray for us, relied heavily in his tome on Augustinian Christology. And Augustine is considered a brother at Ephesus. Is that not right, Brother James?
Yeah, and the emperor desperately requested his attendance to Ephesus as well, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
So you two brothers, God bless you, your knowledge. May you increase for the glory of Christ. I want everyone to hear what you just said. Even before Chalcedon, you have Christians who speak of the two natures that are perfect man and one person, such as St. Augustine and St. Ambrose. And then you're saying that Augustine is acknowledged as a brother, and his presence was asked to be at Ephesus, though he had passed away.
That's correct.
So why is it that I haven't heard some of these online folks mention the fact that even prior to the Council of Chalcedon, recognized saints even by Miaphysites, spoke of two natures, not simply one composite nature? How come I haven't heard that emphasized?
Do you want the truth, brother? I don't know what we're arguing about. If we're all adherent to our churches, then we shouldn't even be having this conversation.
Well, tell the people online, man.
Can you tell the people why?
Well, I mean, we've come to particular agreements between churches, you know, and to like go against that is to become Protestant.
Yeah,
in my opinion. Like, there's a reason why we have hierarchy. There's a reason why we have authority. Is so that they can set the bounds of orthodoxy, right?
Yeah, and we have very clearly, our churches have joint declarations of Christology, meaning that to demonize one another, the way that these online ortho bros do demonize the other faiths is something that we cannot do, because we respect their clergy, we respect their leaders.
Amen.
Yeah, that's the one thing. We don't want to be rogue. We admit that these are valid ways to describe Christology, and I got to say once more, I don't think that anybody would argue that you're going to take what the top scholar, Dr. Brock, is saying. Let me remind people that the way Agin dismissed Dr. Brock was downright embarrassing. He just dismissed him. But I want to tell you one thing. Agin, with all due respect, you're an ant. Dr. Brock is the reason. Dr. Brock is the reason a lot of these Syriac fathers are in English. He is the reason a lot of them are venerated and loved and not forgotten. Agin, you are an ant compared to the great Dr. Brock. And Dr. Brock flat out says, we are trying to come to the same conclusion using different terminology. I'll go with Dr. Brock any day over a polemical 19-year-old kid.
Right.
That's why I even went to the earlier saints to show, if we're going to hold this strict standard, either the earlier saints are heretical for the way they articulated the generation of the Son, or later Christians are heretical for diverging from them.
Right. Can I just state that the Council of Ephesus focused on the oneness of the person of Christ, whereas Chalcedon focused on double consubstantiality, how the Lord is consubstantial with the Father and Spirit, and how he's consubstantial with humanity.
With humans, yes, sir. So you have to emphasize the distinction,
Right. These are very different focuses, very, very different. They have, you know, specific angles that are being dealt with, you know. Furthermore, I mean, to denigrate Pope St. Leo the Great and then to hold to Constantinople I is kind of odd, considering Pope St. Leo the Great is the one who ratifies Constantinople I into the level of ecumenical. How are you beheld to Constantinople I if its ecumenical plenary status is by Pope St. Leo the Great, the very person you're demonizing?
Okay, so let me ask you this question. You guys are the experts and you have the receipts because you're putting your reputation on the line. What did the Council of Ephesus say about the Bishop of Rome and the church at Rome?
Oh, a lot. I mean, if it is true that they're inequality, right, Sam? Which is the argument that is made, say, in the 1900s and on, for like the skewed definition of prima inter pares, first among equals.
Yes.
Then you need to tell me how Cyril excommunicates Nestorius, since they're both patriarchs. Wouldn't they be equals? It's only because Cyril is endowed with Pope St. Celestine's authority can he actually excommunicate Nestorius, right? And in this way, it actually goes to prove our point.
In fact, can you mention, I guess you guys know that something was read or something was stated about that church and that it will be indefectible for all ages? You know what I'm talking about at the Council of Ephesus?
I mean, there's a few, like pretty much. How
about that right there? You want to read that, Divine Mercy?
Yeah, I can't read it. I can't see it. You guys got it. I can't because the phone is far.
You want to read it, brother, or you want me to read it?
Sure. I'll read it for you, man.
Okay.
Philip the Presbyter and Legate of the Apostolic See said, there is no doubt, and in fact, it has been known in all ages, that's very key, in all ages, that the Holy and Most Blessed Peter, Prince and Head of the Apostles, pillar, next one, brother, pillar of the faith and foundation of the Catholic Church, received the keys of the kingdom from our Lord Jesus Christ, the Savior and Redeemer of human race. And that to him was given the power to loosing and binding sins, who down even to today and forever both lives and judges in his successors.
And forever.
And forever. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to skip that over. Today
No,
and
no,
forever.
you didn't skip. I just wanted to emphasize. Yeah.
Oh, okay. The holy and most blessed Pope Celestine, according to due order, is his successor and holds his place. And us he sent to supply his place in this holy synod, which the most humane and Christian emperors, have commanded to assemble, bearing in mind and continually watching over the Catholic faith. For they both have kept and are now keeping intact the apostolic doctrine handed down to them from their most pious and humane grandfathers and fathers of holy memory down to the present time.
And this is talking about the Bishop of Rome and those who came before, and this is going to be something forever true?
Forever.
Do you know why I'm emphasizing this? Because maybe in the next week or something, you bring up Daniel, because Daniel in a clip said that according to those who hold the Council of Chalcedon, then you have to hold to the Holy Spirit contradicting himself, because he affirmed Miaphysitism in Council of Ephesus, but then he affirmed Diaphysitism, the Council of Chalcedon. So I want to turn the tables on him, saying, but if the Council of Ephesus is what you accept, and they're affirming that the successors of Peter and the seat of Peter in Rome will be indefectible forever, are you saying the Holy Spirit failed? Because in the Council of Chalcedon, the Pope, the successor, all of a sudden now espouses a Christology different from that of Ephesus. And I want to turn the tables on you, because I want to see how you're going to reconcile this. That's why I said you guys are willing to take your reputation. These are not forged statements, fake statements, right?
No.
Let me hold on. Agin is earlier he denied that he had said that we were sons of Satan. Yeah, let's show the audience what this neophyte who got annihilated, his little kid. Let's show the audience what he really does say.
Okay, show it.
This just shows.
I tried to warn him.
1,500 years, who has been telling the truth, and forgive me for my words, who have been sons of Satan, ones who have been lying. Shows for 1,500 years, who has been telling the truth, and forgive me for my words, who have been sons of Satan, ones who have been lying and murderers from the beginning. This letter 39 is not
murderers from the beginning.
That's their hero.
You need to retire, young man. You're too arrogant, puffed up. God is going to humble you and humiliate you. Go back to your kitchen.
He got humiliated.
No, and I'm just saying, go back to your kitchen. Stop doing apologetics. You don't speak for the Oriental Orthodox. You don't speak Coptic Church. And if I was your bishop, I'd reprimand you. And I'd say, stay offline. Because you're following the path of the Orthobros, and you're going to be a disgrace to Oriental Orthodox. They don't need you representing them. And any of you that keep making this kid more than he is, shame on you. You need to repent too.
Kid. Nasty, disgusting little kid. Yeah. Nasty. I want nothing to do with that little
kid. Murderers and sons of Satan, huh? Okay.
I want to, sorry, fellas, I just want to mention that, you can cite the fathers insofar as juxtaposing them against the scholars, right? But you that would mean that you're the authority of interpretation for fathers.
That's what I said
earlier.
Would
mean you're more qualified than these scholars to interpret the fathers.
Brother, that's what I just said earlier. That means Agin's understanding of the saints is superior to that of Sebastian Brock. That's my point earlier, what I said. If Sebastian Brock has studied in the original languages and translated them, and he spent his life studying these early Christians, that means when he makes a statement, it's an informed statement from his reading of the primary sources. But then it says, well, should I listen to scholars or the saints? Well, the scholar has been studying the saints to come to this conclusion, which means you're basically saying, go with my interpretation over against Brock's.
Yep. The arrogance.
See?
Yep.
So
arrogance.
You there,
brother? I want to say, yeah, I'm here, brother. Do you hear me?
Yeah, no, I don't, because someone went silent. So, brother, I don't know. Did you address everything, William?
Yeah, I pretty much did. Yep, no doubt.
All right.
I just want to say
go ahead,
that there's an issue, Sam, as well, with the use of pseudonymous works.
Yeah, you know, brother. They've been using
and
it
it's
all the time.
and it's not a little bit of use. It's a lot of bit of use.
Yep.
And I'm not saying this like to be, like some sort of naysayer, because honestly, I have a few Oriental friends who I hold dear to my heart, and they're
Yep.
nothing like these people. Some of these people are very
Nothing.
hateful,
Nothing
very
like
very
them.
hateful, bro.
Yeah,
You know,
I know. I know.
and then you were accused of a word concept fallacy, right? Earlier, you didn't see it in the chat, Sam, but you were accused of a verbatim fallacy.
Okay,
But
what
remember,
was it? Because I can't read the chat.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember what, but they tried to say that you used you committed to a word concept fallacy, right?
I have no idea what they're talking about.
But these are the same people that are saying that Nestorius used the language of Homo assumptus, and then they say, look, Augustine used it too. He must be Nestorian.
Oh my goodness.
These are the same ones. Yeah, they're exactly. So what they're doing here is exactly what they're accusing you of doing. Right now, I want to cite something real quick, Sam. That I would never say that our Oriental brothers are Apollinarian, but that language is Apollinarian. For instance, should I be stupid? Should I be stupid and commit to a word concept fallacy? No,
we're not.
No,
we
exactly,
don't do that.
man.
We don't fall down that. Yeah,
that's like it's an unreal manner.
We don't do
how
that.
did you even compute that in your brain? How did
how
did this get to that?
And we don't accuse them of being Apollinarian or nasty stuff the way they do to us. Yeah.
No, brother, that's just because they want to sound intelligent and logical in order to discredit what is being said. But when we pushed for an actual quote, he went into a 10,000 word salad. No, listen, brethren, I deal with anti-Trinitarians and Muslims who play this game with me. I don't expect it from a Christian, where I'll ask a question, they'll go on a tangent. Buddy, can you answer my question?
He couldn't answer it earlier.
Buddy, this I expect from Muslims and anti-Trinitarians, not from Christians. And by the way, for the record, I just want everyone to know, I love from the depth of my being, Oriental Orthodox, Eastern Orthodox, Amen. Assyrian Church, Eastern Catholic, Roman, you name it. I love you all. And I mean that from my heart.
Praise God.
The reason why I joined William, he's my brother. You demonized him. I'm going to have his back. Why would you demonize this guy, man?
Just like I have your back all the time. We have each other's backs. Just like I got your back all the time. Yep.
Yeah, brother. Even though your back is getting too big for me to carry, all that buffet.
I got a buffet, man.
Sam just called you big back.
Yeah.
Big back. And this guy with the back milk, I can smell your.
Oh, there we go. There we go, man. There we go. There we go.
All right.
Hey, buddy. By the way, thanks to you, I just missed an hour of this movie about the Orthodox Church. So are we done, or are we got to stick around? Are we finished?
We're done, brother. We're gonna wrap it up already.
Yeah, I'm
gonna
drop. Love you guys.
I love you guys, man. Brother
right.
Sam.
And then Divine's going live too, right? When you going live?
I have no idea. I don't know.
I'm going live in 45 minutes with
All right, brother. I'll be done in about 10.
Okay, so we okay, William?
We're great, brother. Brother, yes, brother.
Love you guys. Love you guys.
I gotta wrap it up too for my voice. God bless you guys.
God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.
God bless you guys. You guys rock, man.
Text me afterwards. God bless.
I will. You got it, brother. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up, man. I got to rest my voice. I got to get my voice better. I do want to give you guys a shout out and let you guys know. That was great, guys. Unfortunately, it does break my heart that we had to do a whole show on this because they tried to demonize me. Guys, tonight was very telling. It was very, very telling. But at the end of the day, I tell you guys what I have been telling everybody over and over and over and over. We love all of the apostolic churches. We don't like when people demonize others and act nasty. Period, guys. You're never going to hear me call Miaphysites or Oriental Orthodox. You're never going to hear me call them murderers or what have you, even though throughout history, Chalcedonians did things that are questionable, but they did as well. Why do we focus in the past if our hierarchy and our clergy are looking for unity? Why do we focus and dig our heels in and act nasty? Guys, come on. We shouldn't act that way. By the way, Catholic, God bless you, my friend. It truly is. Today, I didn't know it was the Feast of St. Ambrose. May he pray for us. God bless you guys. You guys are phenomenal. You guys are great. I had a great time talking to you. The Ortho Bros, they hate people, man. Yeah, and I hope that and I want to be honest, guys, even after today's show, I remain brothers with Subdeacon Daniel, with the brother Vartan. They're my friends, man. In fact, one day I hope to pump iron with Vartan. I'm going to be visiting Subdeacon Daniel in person very soon. I love these guys. They're friends. That is why when people began to attack me, and they'll probably do it more. I was stunned. I was stunned. God bless you guys. You guys are incredible. You guys are phenomenal. He didn't want to debate me, brother. We tried over and over, and I think let me give you guys my thoughts. I want to give Agan a little bit of benefit of the doubt. I believe that Agan is so nasty and hateful to Chalcedonians because he's a nasty kid, nasty, filthy kid. I believe he is that way because of what the Ortho Bros have done to him. The online Eastern Ortho Bros who do not represent real Eastern Orthodoxy have probably been horrible to him. So the way he behaves is a response to them. Unfortunately, it also labels us in a very nasty way, which is unfortunate. It really is. And I do hope that does change. And I do hope to have peaceful dialogue in the future, guys. Count on, God bless you, my friend. Nathan, we offered Jay Dyer to debate on Pints of Aquinas, standing for truth. Even many Eastern Orthodox channels, he flat out refused. Flat out, guys. God bless you, Gaunan and Dun64. You guys rock. You guys are phenomenal. Giovanni says, if you, Lord, kept record of sins, Lord, who could stand? But with you there is forgiveness. Amen. We all need to forgive and not be hateful to one another. We've got to, guys. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. God bless you, Brandon. Did you enjoy it, brother? Did you like it? I hope you liked it, brother. Lord bless you. God bless you, Mythical. Finish reading the Golden Legend and prep for our stream later this month. It will be phenomenal, guys. Go back and watch a show that we did before with the Goated Mythical Elliptical. We had a great audience tonight. You guys have been great. You guys have been phenomenal. I want to give a big shout out to all of you all. And Joey as well. Joey, thank you for that clip. That clip was courtesy of Joey. Joey is goated, guys. I love you guys. I want to call out who got gifted memberships, guys, and we're going to close it on a positive note. Who got gifted membership? We're going to close it on a positive note. We had Mr. September, Amandals 18, Silent V, Isaiah Cast, to Debor Not, Chef Loud Bear, Chef Loud Bear, Hector Martinez, Troll Hero Actual, and Cody 42.99, and Jerry Cadena 2024. All got gifted memberships. Joey, goated moderator and member. Joey, thank you for your support. All of you guys have been incredible tonight. We had a great audience, over 400 watching at one point. I love you, Lena Molina. You guys rock. And I hope you guys pray that we have fruitful dialogue in the future. I hope you guys, Ari can confirm. Ari from Jesus Talks reached out to Jay Dyer offering to moderate a debate between Jay Dyer and myself, and Jay Dyer blocked her. Flat out blocked her. Didn't even say yes or no. Flat out blocked her. Flat out blocked her. Of course, Jay declined. He's declined over and over and over and over and over and over. Over and over and over and over and over and over. God bless you, legend. I hope you guys are doing great. May the great St. Ambrose pray for us. We're barely beginning, brother. I'm glad you loved it. We are barely beginning. I love you, Joey. You're the man. I love you. You know that I love you deeply, brother. You guys rock. You guys are phenomenal. Yep. It's Jay Dyer for you guys. And I pray that Agan grows up. And I hope that he sheds that attitude. It is very reminiscent of Jay Dyer and company. He can be better and he can do better than that. Don't demonize everyone the way Jay Dyer does, because it is just nasty. There's a reason why the clergy tell people to run from Jay Dyer. There's a reason why his own bishops and priests tell people to run for the hills from him. The guy is filled with hate and anger. You can do better, brother. You can do better. God bless you guys. You guys have not been good. You guys have been phenomenal. I love all of y'all, guys. If you find it in your heart and you are able to, check us out on patreon.com. We got a ton of material dropping, including tomorrow night. You know, we got dropping tomorrow night over there on patreon.com, courtesy of the recommendation of the goated Jimmy. I know Jimmy's not here tonight, but the goated Jimmy, tomorrow night, I am going to prove definitively over there on patreon.com, brothers, that the letters of St. Ignatius are authentic. And I'm going to prove that he truly existed. We're going to come with top-notch scholarly information. Guys, check us out over there on patreon.com if you haven't. All of you guys are incredible. I love all of y'all deeply. Guys, I love you. You rock. We'll be live again tomorrow. We're going to talk about how much we love Mary all show long tomorrow. My Eastern Orthodox friends are invited. My Oriental Orthodox friends are invited. I love all you guys. And I will never, ever demonize you. I will never call you murderers. I will never call you murderers. I will never insult you guys. Ever. I love my Orthodox brothers, all of them. I love you guys. Don't ever think that I will stoop down to the level of that little kid, ever. Praise the Lord. May the Lord bless all of us. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. You guys are phenomenal. I love all of y'all. By the way, I hope you don't mind, but I got to say that our intro video it's not good. It's phenomenal. Our intro video is just totally amazing. Do you guys mind if I play it to close the show out? And if you guys want me to expose those fake quotes, we can do it, or we can, I'd love for Agan to reach out to me. We can talk about those fake quotes. We'll do a show and we'll talk about the fathers that he brought up. I love you guys. You guys are phenomenal. Pray for me, guys. Guys, I'll be praying for you. Pray for me. I love you guys.
The seasons come and go like thoughts of you. Like a wave returns to the sea, into the blue. They change but in a cycle that I can't lose. Each painful but delightful to live through. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. Maybe this time next year you'll reappear for no reason, but I'll cherish every day until you come my way this season. The seasons turn and change just like your mind. Like the sun gives into the moon, into the night. Time continues marching, it slowly crawls. With each new one starting, I recall. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. Maybe this time next year you'll reappear for no reason, but I'll cherish every day until you come my way this season. Each time of year carries memories, like a never fading whisper in the breeze. Oh, we will keep on changing all over